Hello, good people of the internet. My name is Hexa and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be trying out a new skincare routine from the brand the Inkey List. Recently, my skin has been acting up when I wear makeup. I've been getting some weird allergic reactions. My skin gets really scaly and bumpy and itchy and red for a few days after I wear makeup. So I've had to kind of step away from doing my makeup a lot, and instead I'm investing more time and money and attention towards my skincare. And I've been watching a lot of James Welch's channel, and he seems to really love the Inkey List. It's also a really affordable brand, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy a whole entire brand new skincare routine from the Inkey List and try it out and see how it works for my skin. So in this video, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be using my new skincare products from the Inkey List every day for 30 days and then looking at where my skin is now versus 30 days later after using the Inkey List. And I'm gonna do some little weekly check-ins just to see where my skin is at along the way, if I get any new breakouts between the beginning and the end of the 30 days. But let's dive into the products I bought and why and how I'm gonna be using them, and also kind of my first impressions of these products. So my skin is a little bit all over the place. I would say I have combination skin. I get a lot of blackheads around my nose, my chin, my kind of cheeks just over here. I don't feel like I'm very oily in my T-zone, but I do still get a lot of blackheads there anyways. But I also get dry patches, oftentimes around my eyes, but also in other places like around my nose or my cheeks or really anywhere. And as I said, sometimes my skin does show signs of sensitivity and reacts badly to some ingredients in my makeup products. I don't get a ton of breakouts, but I do get some. I have a pimple right now up here on my forehead. I do tend to get a lot of breakouts kind of in my hairline. The Inkey List does have a recipe builder on their website where you do a quick quiz and they tell you what products they think would work the best for your skin. But because my skin is so all over the place and has so many different and varied concerns that I want to target, I decided to just hand pick my own products and choose what I thought would work best. So with all of that in mind, these are the products that I got. I got the Oat Cleansing Balm, hyaluronic acid, glycolic acid toner, alpha hydroxy acid. I actually thought that the beta hydroxy acid would be better for my skin, but I ordered these off of the Sephora Germany website, and unfortunately not all of their products were on the website when I got them. I got the collagen booster, niacinamide, caffeine eye cream, vitamin C serum 30%, turmeric moisturizer, and lastly the squalane oil. I tried all of these products for 1 or 2 days just to get a feel for them before filming the introduction to this video, and I have some opinions right off the bat. Firstly, the Oat Cleansing Balm is very, very moisturizing. After washing my face with this, I feel like I have already applied a moisturizer or something. I would say it is a little bit too oily for me to use year round, but in the winter, it's probably okay for my skin. If you have really dry or really sensitive skin, I think this would be amazing for you. I do feel though that the packaging of this is not the best because the formula of this balm is so thick that I feel like it's really, really hard to squeeze it out of the tube. So I almost feel like it would be better to come in a tub or something, but I guess in a tube it's also a little more hygienic, so it's a little bit of compromise there. I've never used a hyaluronic acid serum before, and I was really surprised at how sticky my skin feels after applying it. But once I've gone in with my moisturizers and oils and stuff, that sticky feeling goes away, so it's not a huge problem. The vitamin C serum 30%, I got this because my mom suggested it. I was looking through the products and trying to decide which ones I should get, and I asked my mom what she thought was best for my skin, and she said I should get a vitamin C serum. I really have never been that interested in vitamin C as an ingredient, but my mom recommended it, so I was like, sure, I'll go ahead and try it. But I did not read all the ingredients in this, and this is formulated with a lot of dimethicone, which personally, I know some skincare experts don't mind dimethicone in skincare products, but I just really don't like that really silicone-y, really slippery feeling in dimethicone. It feels like those kind of pore filling primers, which I used to use as a teenager, and now I've realized that just is not the best thing for my skin. I don't know if it's bad for my skin, but it doesn't feel good on my skin. It's just a kind of slip that I really don't like. And also, once I applied this on top of the other products, it pilled up like crazy. So far, my opinion of the vitamin C serum 30% is not that great. I'm gonna try out the vitamin C serum regardless and just hope that I find a solution to prevent it from pilling. I got the collagen booster just because I know that like I'm 22 right now, going on 23, and in your mid-20s, the collagen production in your skin starts to go down and your skin starts to like lose its elasticity and get less plump looking. So I just wanted to kind of prevent that and start using a collagen type product before I actually have that problem. Like, I'd rather prevent it than treat it. The alpha hydroxy acid, like I said, I would have preferred to get the beta hydroxy acid, but they didn't have it on the Sephora Germany website. AHA is supposed to help with like the surface of the skin's texture. It like exfoliates on a surface level, and then BHA exfoliates more deeply, so it's better for like blackheads, but hopefully the AHA will be enough to do at least something about my blackheads. Caffeine eye cream is very self-explanatory. I've been doing a lot of work recently and getting less sleep than I would like to, so this is gonna help make me look a little more perky than I actually am, hopefully. Niacinamide is supposed to target excess oil production and fine lines, so, you know, just figured again this would possibly help with some of the blackheads. The glycolic acid toner is again a mild exfoliator like the alpha hydroxy acid. I just wanted to get two alternative chemical exfoliators so I can kind of alternate between these two. I've used squalane oil before and I'm quite a fan of how it feels on the skin, but this particular bottle of squalane oil is leaking a lot. I don't know why. The bottle is super oily and I'm having some problems with the packaging from this brand, honestly. But before I talk about the packaging problem, I'm gonna quickly mention the turmeric moisturizer. This feels really nice on my skin. I totally dig it. However, the smell is just not good. I really appreciate that all of the Inkey List products are fragrance free. That's really great because fragrance in skincare doesn't actually do anything for the skin. It actually harms your skin. Of course, it's nice to use products to smell nice, but from a skincare perspective, having fragrance in skincare products is totally unnecessary. But turmeric is a root that doesn't smell great on its own, and I don't know, I kind of just wish they had put like a couple drops of like a rose essential oil or something in this moisturizer just to make it smell a little bit better. I will still use it. I don't feel like the smell lingers on your skin the entire day, but probably once I run out of this, I would be more tempted to try a different moisturizer than the turmeric one, just because I'm really not a fan of the smell. However, I do have to commend them on the fact that they don't fill their products with a bunch of unnecessary fancy ingredients to hike up the price. There's so many skincare brands that put like, you know, essence of rare flower petal that only blooms once every 10 years, and then it's like $50 for a teeny tiny tube of it, and it's like that ingredient in all likelihood doesn't actually do anything for your skin. It's just fancy and expensive and gives them an excuse to charge you way, way, way more than that product is actually worth. So I really appreciate that the Inkey List does this like super minimalistic, simple looking packaging, simple ingredients, no scents, no like bells and whistles, just the bare necessities of skincare. But quickly wanted to mention, as I said, that I do have some problems with their packaging. Pretty much what it is that I wish that their packaging was made with like droppers, like those little pipettes. I just find it's more enjoyable applying skincare when it comes with those little dropper tools. And like the collagen booster, when I first, like it has this mechanism, right, where it's a button and you press it and it opens up, and then you press it again and it closes. And the first time I opened the collagen booster, it just like broke, like the plastic broke here on this little button thingy. And I also just find it a little bit annoying that because there's no dropper tool, I can't just like drop it straight onto my face, which is what I prefer to do, just like do like a little dot here, a little dot here, a little dot here, and then like rub it in. But with this kind of packaging, I have to actually put it on my hand and then on my face, and some of the serums are very, very watery, which makes it hard to not drop it all over the floor when I do that. So that part is a little bit annoying. I kind of yeah, like I said, just wish they had a dropper tool instead. So anyways, for the next 30 days, I'm gonna be doing my skincare routine with the Inkey List product every single morning and evening. The only products I'll be using that aren't from the Inkey List would be my lip balm and my sunscreen. They do have a sunscreen, but again, it wasn't on the Sephora website and I didn't want to like order from 2 separate websites. So in the morning, I will be using, in this order, the Oat Cleansing Balm, Hyaluronic Acid, Vitamin C Serum, Collagen Booster, Caffeine Eye Cream, Turmeric Moisturizer, and Squalane Oil. And in the evening, again, Oat Cleansing Balm, Glycolic Acid, or Alpha Hydroxy Acid, so I'll use like one or the other. Then hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, caffeine eye cream, turmeric moisturizer, and squalane oil again. And now I'm gonna show you a quick before shot of my skin close up and an after shot after doing my skincare routine for the morning. And I will probably update you guys again in 1 week, and just like I said, once a week until the end of the 30 days. So as you can see here, my skin is a little bit textured, especially around the cheeks. This sort of part of my cheek is where I tend to get the most irritation whenever I'm having like allergic reactions to things. I've got a little bit of like fine lines going on around my eyes and like just, you know, a bit of dark circles happening. Forehead again has like a little bit of texture, and then I'm currently getting like a little breakout here, and then even like in my hairline, I don't know if you can see it like hiding in there somewhere. And then on my nose and like cheeks, definitely my main concern is just with those like blackheads. These are super stubborn. I've been trying to get rid of my blackheads for like ever, and they don't want to budge. Chin as well, you can see some blackheads going on there as well. So this is my skin after doing the morning skincare routine. It looks very fresh, very healthy, very moisturized and glowy. It doesn't feel overly heavy or oily on my skin. The vitamin C serum really irritated my little pimple over here, which I was not anticipating. There was probably some fine print somewhere I didn't read that says do not apply this on boo-boos. But other than that, I'm feeling good, looking good, fresh, glowy, nice. And yeah, let's get into our 30 days of Inkey List. I'm a little over halfway through my 30 days of the Inkey List skincare, so I figured it was high time that I do a little skincare update. My skin is looking a little worse for wear, but that is mostly my fault. I've noticed that it feels like the acids are like pulling the dirt in my pores closer to the surface. So like my blackheads and stuff are still very prominent, but it's kind of prompted me to try squeezing them out like so, which is probably what has been causing a little bit more breakouts and stuff to appear on my skin. Like I said, that's mostly my fault. I do think that 30 days is not necessarily enough time for the full effects to take place. I do really feel like I need to try out the beta hydroxy acid to really try to get these blackheads out of my skin. And they also have like I think it's like a kaolin clay mask that I want to try. Right now this is my skin without any product on it. I haven't done my skincare routine yet today. I do feel like my skin feels good though, like it's very nice and moisturized, it's soft, it's smooth. I've changed up the routine a little bit. I'm kind of alternating between either the turmeric moisturizer or the squalane oil. I sometimes am still using them both at the same time, but I noticed that I just feel a little bit too oily when I use both, so I'm kind of just like choosing either one or the other. I tend to be using the turmeric moisturizer for the morning routine and the oil, the squalane oil, for the evening routine. Like I don't have super dry skin. It's more like a combination skin, so I'm kind of just adjusting as I go. It feels nice to have a little bit of a pamper sesh in the morning and before bed just to like do something nice for my skin and for myself. But as I said, it remains to be seen how big of an impact it's actually having on my skin. Like I haven't noticed any massive changes yet beside just like the texture of my skin overall feeling a lot better. But as far as like blackheads and stuff, there is still a long way to go. Still probably got a couple of products that I need to try to find the right thing to draw out all those impurities from my skin. And because I've kind of been squeezing at my face trying to get that gunk out, I do have like a few breakouts and like some red spots, which I feel like is a little more than I would normally have. But again, that's just because of the squeezing, which you should probably not do, but I can't help myself. So yeah, that is the halfway point update. Hello humans, it is the end of the 30 days. I have been using only the Inkey List skincare for 30 days straight now, and I have some thoughts. Technically, I should say it hasn't been 30 days straight. I did have to take a break at one point because, again, I tried to do my makeup, my skin totally flared up, my eyes were swollen, I had like scales and bumps on my face and everything, so my mom said, you know, you should probably not put anything except water on your face for a few days, so that's what I did. Overall, my opinions on my experience with the Inkey List are mixed. Do I think that the products work? Yes. Do I think that they made like a huge, massive, super amazing difference to my skin? Not necessarily. It's always hard to tell with these things because change happens very slowly, and also when you're using a combination of lots of different products, it's hard to figure out which ones are benefiting your skin the most. I do feel like overall my skin was a lot softer and smoother. It feels very nice. I like touching it all the time because it just feels good to be caring for your skin. It was nice to have a skincare routine going. I fixed some of the problems that I was having with the formulation of some of these products. The vitamin C serum I said was pilling up on my skin a lot. I noticed that when I apply all of my products on slightly damp skin, that doesn't happen. I still get like a little bit of residue from the product left over on my fingers, but it doesn't really like bunch up and pill up on my face. So for me personally, from my experience, I feel like it's best to apply your skincare on slightly damp skin for the best results. The vitamin C serum also did continue stinging my skin even when I didn't have breakouts going on, especially like kind of around my nose, wherever I had like a little bit of sensitivity, or I don't really know what it was, but out of all of the products, even including the acids, the vitamin C stung my skin the most, which is not a bad thing. I'm not complaining about it. It wasn't unbearable. I have historically been a little bit overly aggressive with my skincare, so in my mind, it's like if it hurts, it's working, which is not necessarily the case, but I don't really know what's up with that. I don't know if it should sting or what that means, if it means it's too aggressive for my skin, or if it's just, you know, a side effect of using this product. I don't mind it. I would still use it. I don't know whether the vitamin C does much on its own, because again, I introduced so many of these products all at the same time, so it's hard to tell what's doing what. One of my favorites was the glycolic acid toner. This was very nice. It feels very lightly astringent. It kind of just, I don't know, it feels like it cleans your skin almost. Something about this product, I just really enjoyed using it. And it also has like a slight kind of rubbing alcohol sort of scent, so I don't know if that's why my brain is just associating it with cleanliness. The Oat Cleansing Balm I would use if I wanted to remove makeup. I wouldn't necessarily use this by itself if I don't have product on my skin. It is very oily. It's very good if you have sensitive or very dry skin, but for normal skin or combination skin or oily skin, might not necessarily be what you need unless you are removing product from your face. This made me feel like I needed a double cleanse with another like foaming cleanser afterwards to get the oily residue left over from the cleansing balm off of my face. The squalane oil totally turned me off. I don't know if it's the packaging or the formula of this squalane oil itself, but it just, I don't know. The oil leaked all over the bottle constantly. It felt somehow heavier and oilier than the other squalane oil I used before from the Good Molecules. I don't know if that's actually the case. I mean, I think they're both just pure squalane oil, so there shouldn't really be a big difference, but for me personally, I just enjoyed the other one more. more. I'm impartial to the alpha hydroxy acid. It was just kind of there. I just used it. Same with the niacinamide. Both of these probably have benefits, but I'm just not noticing or knowing exactly which one of the products is doing that. The collagen booster, again, don't know what it does. Don't know if it's working. I liked applying it. It's just like nice. I guess the concept of you'll put this on your face and then you'll have plump skin. Yay, you know? So I did enjoy using this. I just, again, don't really know much about the benefits of each individual product separate from each other. Hyaluronic acid, sticky if you apply it on dry skin, but feels fine if you apply it on slightly damp skin. The turmeric moisturizer, I never got over the smell of this. It is still not a great smell, but during this little skincare trial, I also, for a couple days, tested out the vitamin B, C, and E moisturizer from the Inkey List as well. I gave this to my boyfriend for Christmas, and after a few days he said it was stinging his skin and wasn't really working for him, so he gave it back to me. And I tried it out, and I have to say I prefer the way that the turmeric moisturizer feels. It's more oily, but in a good way, you know, like not too oily, but it just makes my skin feel moisturized through the whole day. Whereas this vitamin B, C, and E moisturizer almost feels like somewhere in between a gel and a cream consistency. It's like much lighter, it absorbs into the skin really quickly, and it doesn't leave any kind of like an oily, hydrated sheen or feeling on the skin. I feel like this would be good if you have oilier skin. The B, C, and E moisturizer would probably be good for that. But if you want that dewy, glowy look, I feel like the turmeric moisturizer is a better bet for you. And lastly, we had the caffeine eye cream. This is a really nice, simple product. I like using eye creams. Caffeine is supposed to constrict the blood vessels under the eyes to reduce the appearance of your dark circles. I do feel like I looked a little bit more perky, a little more awake when I used this. Overall, this was fun. I liked this brand. I liked using their products. My critiques, as I said in the beginning of this video, were just the packaging. I would really, really very much prefer a dropper tool. I'm gonna zoom in on my face in a sec to compare what I'm looking like right now compared to the beginning. I don't know if there's a big difference. I don't have any breakouts right now, which is nice, but I don't know about the blackheads, whether they have really changed that much. I do think the overall texture of my skin has changed. It is softer and smoother. If you zoom in, you can see there is still a bit of texture, especially again, just like around the nose, chin maybe as well. But I don't know, overall I feel like my skin is feeling better, healthier, nicer, smoother, softer. Let me just move the light closer. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you feel like the blackheads look any better than they did in the beginning? I'll see if I can put a side by side. But yeah, this is how my skin is looking after 30 days of the Inkey List. If I stripped this skincare routine down to bare bones and just used the products that I feel like would have the most impact on my skin, I would probably use either the glycolic acid toner or the alpha hydroxy acid to exfoliate. Exfoliating is an important step in your skincare routine. I would definitely also want to try the beta hydroxy acid because I just think that would help with the blackheads more. I would keep the hyaluronic acid because it is a hydrator. It draws water into the skin, so if your skin is a little dehydrated, this is a great product, and they say that this is the one thing that they recommend anybody can use. I would keep the eye cream. Eyes are important. Eye cream is nice, makes you look a little more awake and alive. And lastly, I would use a moisturizer. I don't know if I'm totally sold on the moisturizers from this brand yet. Out of the ones that I tried, the vitamin B, C, and E doesn't feel moisturizing enough, and the turmeric moisturizer, while feeling very nice on the skin, is too just weird smelling for me. I hope this review was helpful for you guys and introduced you to this brand a little bit more and gave you a bit of a better idea of which products you might want to try, which things you think might work for you. Overall, I think I would give this brand a 7.5 out of 10. Their products are good, their branding is nice, their packaging could use a little work, but overall I'm pretty satisfied. The price is right and I would definitely buy from this brand again. I'm excited to try out more of their products and discover more of their line and keep experimenting to figure out what works the best for my skin. Let me know in the comments which your favorite product is from the Inkey List if you have tried their products before. If you like this video and you want to see more videos on adventure, lifestyle, and wellness, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell to be notified every single time I upload. You can also follow me on social media. All of my links are down below, as well as my Patreon where you can donate to support this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!